Yeah, we just take it step by step, man. Day by day.
That's all we can do, brother. That is all we can do, man. Another thrilling Monday, brother. How's it going for you?
Oh, just first day after the vacation weekend, the long weekend.
We missed you last night at your post.
Yeah,
I had to hold down the tomb myself, dude. Luckily nothing happened. Okay, no werewolf Jesus.
Okay.
My bro did come out high as hell though, so it was 420.
Yeah.
So
yeah, oh yeah, crazy.
He was in there with Cheech and Chong. So,
wow.
How was your weekend, brother?
Did some fence post digging over the weekend.
How'd that turn
Fencing
out?
in my backyard. Started that. It was hot, so that was awesome. That's really about it. Just kind of chilled out, relaxed, and went to the theater Sunday morning. So good times.
It's been your move that Sunday morning matinee, right?
Oh yeah,
it's a solid move.
Yeah, it was like 6:30 in the morning when I went up there. They had some they were serving eggs. It was crazy. Eggs and bacon.
Eggs. Can I get the chorizo instead of the bacon? Can I get both? One or the other, sir. One or the other, okay?
I would be there. I'd be there early every weekend.
I'd be first one in line, dude.
Just all you can eat breakfast buffet while you go check out your movie.
Oh, yeah. That'd be awesome, man.
What'd you get into?
I've actually been seeing movies hard body on Friday nights, dude.
I see the updates.
And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know what? So I've been going to Stonecrest, which is a different crowd than Starlight. Starlight's right around the corner from the university.
Mm-hmm.
Where
is that the one we went to?
Yeah.
To see whatever it was. I don't remember what we saw.
Yep, that's the one.
Forgot. Yeah.
Where I made you drive all the way to basically to South Carolina.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half from my house to get there.
Man,
it was a long, lowly ride home.
Yeah, it's just a different crowd there where there's more of a reverence for movies. So I'm not hating it.
Gotcha.
People are still talking into the credits, but as soon as people kind of get settled, it's a reverence for it. At Regal Starlight by the university, we were 20 minutes into this movie. My man will take a call and talk like this the entire phone call. Be like, hey man, what are you up to? Yeah, I'm at the theater. Oh, you gonna let you go? Nah, you good, fam. You good. I got a few minutes.
Yeah.
No, you don't, bro.
What do you mean? The lights just turned off. What do you mean you got a few minutes?
So yeah, I went to go see our movie of the week on Friday.
Okay.
With Jen. She's been kind of my movie buddy the last couple of weeks. She's been pretty awesome to hang out with. Still collaborating with Eddie and Abby's wedding, so it's we're taking notes.
Yeah, you gotta go to the theater where you can't talk to do that. I got you. I feel
you. Touche, my friend. Touche.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
He said, "Wink, wink." But dude, actually, Jen and Abby are also have their own podcast. Little shout out here. It's called Amused Boosh, and it's a Charlotte food restaurant podcast. So all things Charlotte food and stuff like that. They've been doing it for almost as long as we have.
Right.
So Saturday, she invited me to this. We had this joint collab for MIAP and Amuse Boost. We went to a gin cocktail class at the Goodyear House in Noda.
That's cool. I didn't want to go. It's all right.
You were putting up a fence.
I was putting up fences. I feel you.
You were doing the Denzel Washington movie fences, dude. I got you.
Me, yeah.
But I don't know much. I know cocktails, but all the syrups and the mixing and all this
Yeah.
stuff. She knows way more about that than I do.
Okay.
I was basically just the comic relief, talking about how cool I look, like Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
Yeah,
like that's that was for MIA Pete. So like I held this down, okay?
Pinky up, pinky down, pinky up.
You got to
Not
take
sure
the
which one.
shaker. You got to flip it behind your
Yeah.
back, right? You got to do a little dance with your bartender buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it was a joint collab. Like she knew all the food and all the what goes with the cocktails and all the ingredients and everything. I just talked about Tom Cruise and Cocktail for an hour or so.
I knew my role.
I did. Hey, it's a movie. But yeah, it was a dope cocktail class with Bob Peters of Chiefs in the Goodyear House. It was a damn good time, man.
All right.
So they do this thing, Moose Boost, called it's called a food battle. So like we all got to make it. They like pick out an ingredient. We all got to make a dish. So it might have to be another joint venture, and then we'll call in the big guns, for it. So
are you just like, are they giving you like a thing and say, make it one of these ways, or are you just having to figure it out?
Yeah, so like they did one where they did like a cheese battle, or even better, like a squash battle, right? So the dish has to have squash in it, but then you come forth and you either make the dish beforehand or make the dish there. They do a live pod about the tasting and everything. So, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm with you. It's part of the pod. I thought you were talking about like y'all were just out. Y'all just stopped somewhere and they were like, "Hey, make a dish out of whatever."
I mean, I'll do it. You know what I mean? I roll up my sleeve. I'm not even wearing sleeves. I got short sleeves. I'll just do it. Damn it. But no, that's something that we can do. And I was like, well, we're a movie podcast, so we'll pop popcorn. So if it's like a corn battle, we'll just make the popcorn.
Minimal corns at the bottom that aren't popped. That's where I shine.
Welcome to this episode of Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing trailers for Friendship, Materialist, and our movie of the week, Sinners. Some sexy vampires, guys.
A lot of them.
All right. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. I hope everybody had a fantastic Easter. If you celebrate the week before, we're just rolling into the warm weather, man. I'm super excited about it. Team, we got some trailers coming at you here. This Paul Rudd guy, he just kind of stays in the zeitgeist, does he not?
He's been doing it for decades now, man.
4 decades, man. Did you see the he redid his Nintendo commercial?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I thought they just remastered the color.
That's it. That's all I thought too. That is it, man.
It was so good. Yeah.
So we got Friendship with him and Tim Robinson and a dope cast. And then we have Materialist. The Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal, Dakota Johnson, Eddie Cahill, and a bunch of other people as well in this film. So, team, we have the full social on our YouTube page. If you click that link tree in the show notes, you can always, and we appreciate your support, liking, sharing, subscribing. And we out here, guys. Look at Javi's beautiful stash. It's way better than Paul Rudd's. Put my money on that. Not better than Pedro Pascal's.
Oh, okay.
But better than
that's fine. That's fine.
But better than Paul Rudd.
Hello.
Howdy.
That guy's got some great memes.
Howdy.
Look at that stash.
Honey, the new neighbor invited you over for a
So
drink
thick.
at 8 tonight. I said you'd go. You don't know my schedule.
You sit there every night. It'd be nice to have a pal, you know, a bud.
So you don't know my life. What are you talking about?
Hey guys,
I'll sit here and
my
read this
neighbor
book.
Greg, he's the best.
I was just spiraling. I mean, I see the way the guys look at her. I'm scared.
Sheila's lucky to have a dad like you.
Boy, you should
He looks exactly like he did in Anchorman.
I got you on my mind. Just secret at night.
Look at his face.
I've been watching you. At night, I think of you.
Get it, boys.
I want to be your baby. If your game is on, give me a call, boo.
Oh, he can't blow bubbles with that stash. Oh,
I can see the future.
They're best friends now.
Full of pals.
mm-hmm.
I'm on the edge of life.
She's slapping the bass right now.
You is gorgeous.
Slapping the bass, man. Oh gosh.
Look, we had a couple of
Oh,
really
here we go.
nice
It's
hangs.
8:24. So
I think it best that we go our separate ways. I don't wish to continue this friendship.
oh no.
You all accepted me way too fast. You can't do that.
I mean, he's not wrong.
no.
You make me feel too free. People
I was gonna say,
need
you got a good
rules.
point.
You should be dead, you psycho. Who are you?
Second chance. Get to know me.
Dang. That was a wild ride.
There's
Yeah.
a new Marvel out that's supposed to be nuts. We should go see that.
Let's go see the new Ant-Man.
That's not meta at all. All right, team. We have friendship. According to IMDb, a suburban dad falls hard for his charismatic new neighbor. Written and directed by Andrew DeYoung. We got Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd, Kate Mara, and a whole host of other people. This is like we don't have this issue because like we've had like the same friends since school.
Right.
So we're never in the position of like needing to venture out, like the Tim Robinson character,
yeah.
to venture out and like meet new people because we don't want to. We love the people that we were in gym class with. You know what I mean? Like we're
Well,
good.
I don't think either of us are people who are hard to be a friend to somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
just for whatever reason you meet somebody and it's not like we don't like you kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty easygoing guys, I feel like.
No, of course. Yeah.
But, you know, I've never met me, so I don't know.
To an extent there, you don't know yourself when you drink too much of that Jack Daniels. But that's beside the point, though. That's for another day.
It's a different podcast.
It'll be a collab with the Moose Boosh when Javi gets drunk, which never happens, guys. Anyway, but like I have seen myself. So, like I say, I've never been the Tim Robinson character.
Yeah.
I have, in a sense, been the Paul Rudd character, but maybe not like as to the point as he was. It's just like you stop calling the guy, you stop texting, you stop inviting him to everything. You see him out, you forget his name, be like, "Hey, guy, bro, dude,
What's up?
let's get up sometime," and you don't even remember what his name is in your phone.
Yeah.
That's kind of I'm saying I ghost guys is what I'm saying, guys.
I was trying to let everybody down nice, but
Yes,
it came
yes.
out. Yeah.
I ghost people. Ghosted a lot of dudes in my life. That came out right, guys. That came out right. But man, like it says like I love you, man, for sickos or something like that. It's gonna take a dark turn, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're a hermit, when you are when you're somebody who just doesn't get out much, and then you kind of have this thing, because we all want that. We all want that friendship and that community. And when you have it, you love it, and when it's gone, it's just like, that sucks. So I guess that's what like Tim Robinson's character is feeling in this, and we'll dive into the dark side of what that looks like when he gets the "This is Sparta" treatment. So,
Yeah.
team, we're gonna throw friendship on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. A24 has been killing it lately, by the way.
Man, this is the A24 podcast.
It really
It seems like
is, though.
lately.
It really is. Where's those resids at?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Good God. A24 again, guys. Here we go.
Yep.
Hey, are you single? I'm a matchmaker. Give me a call if you want to meet somebody.
I deserve someone who fulfills all of my criteria.
Nothing over 20 BMI.
I don't want someone who likes cats.
Wow.
I'm trying to settle.
I promise you're going to marry the love of your life.
Aww.
How many marriages are you responsible for now, Lucy?
9. If the girl asks
That's
for a call, drink of water,
not a big number.
with a salary over 500 grand, you deliver.
You're the matchmaker. You want a drink?
Sure. Coke and beer.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, John.
God.
It's a lot of
didn't expect to run into you.
There's so much sexiness in this movie.
pretty people in this
You don't
movie.
even
Yeah.
remember my face.
Okay.
Lucy M., the Eternal Bachelorette.
You can do better than me.
My instincts are usually right.
Oh my God.
Hi.
She's in love. In love.
You know how to do the math, don't you? You are what we call a unicorn,
Uh-oh.
an impossible fantasy.
How much is this apartment?
I mean, I think that's just Pedro Pascal in general, isn't it?
Marry him, are you?
Why not?
Because he's good looking and rich.
Yeah, all those
Probably
things.
doesn't have roommates.
Is that my charger?
I see your face. I see wrinkles and children that look like you.
Aw.
Where does that leave us? What are you thinking about?
I don't think I'm very good at my job anymore. We promised them.
You weren't never good. You only
But the
married
math
9
doesn't
people.
So,
Why does anyone
so irate with a low number.
Because they're lonely. And because they're hopeful.
I'm turning 48 and I think I need to meet someone more grown.
I have a really beautiful client. She's 31.
I wasn't really thinking 30s.
All right, so first and foremost, man, just so much sexiness in a movie trailer, in a 2.5-minute movie trailer. We have Materialist. According to IMDb, a matchmaker's lucrative business is complicated when she falls into a toxic love triangle that threatens her clients. Written and directed by Celine Song. My first note is, this is wild that this movie is going to be a theater drop, because this is the type of movie now that goes straight to streaming. But the star power that you have, right? You have Pedro Pascal, you have Chris Evans, you have Dakota Johnson, and because you have such big leads, it gets that type of distribution in the theaters.
Right.
Otherwise, it would definitely be a Netflix drop, or a because it's A24 to be straight to Max. So I'm really excited for this, man. Movies like this, movies like the one that we watched this week, we need more of this in the theater. These like concept type films that are not just Thunderbolts or Avengers or something of that nature, right? It is actual stories that people are bringing to the screen. So super excited about that. Now, the trailer itself. I feel like Will Smith's Hitch is a better matchmaker than her. 9 is not a lot.
And it's lucrative at 9. How does that?
I don't. That's why she's going for the rich guy. You know what I mean? Instead of Chris Evans.
Maybe it's like a bunch of relationships, but they aren't married yet.
I wonder how long it takes from matching to wedding day. I want to know how long that time frame is.
If she's good, a year. and she's really good.
A year? Wow. Okay, 9 is a lot. That's 9 that's 9 in less than a decade. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I did not get married in a year, so that was a complete joke.
But like, we're in a movie. You can write anything. You know what I mean? It's not real life.
Yeah. But she also has like 2 people that are specifically looking for this, right? So I would assume her clients are going into this with like, this is what I want to happen. So
True.
maybe it's a real quick turnaround in that sense.
Yeah, where they're very, because they were right in the interviews that she was doing in the trailer. They were very specific as far as what they want, and it's her job just to be like boop, boop.
Yeah.
And she probably has like a Jarvis type thing, Paul Bettany or somebody helping her out.
Yeah.
So, just the movie poster itself, like you can remove Dakota and just put me right there, and I'm a happy guy. You know what I mean? Like these, that's
just
like
fulfilled.
Yeah, like I can die a happy man now.
Yeah.
You know? I'm in a movie poster with the Mandalorian and Captain America. Like this is
crazy.
This is love right here, dude. Madam Web, you can go.
I forgot she's mad again.
Still mad about you about what you did in Need for Speed. Okay, you dissed my boy. I'll never let you live that down. No, man. Like I am genuinely like, we're gonna go. This is a movie that we're gonna do a pod on. I'm excited for this. When I first saw this trailer, I was like, we got to do this because it's a theater drop, and this is just exciting. With a great cast, man. So I love the line that Chris says is like, yeah, he's rich and all this stuff, but like I see, wrinkles and kids that look like you. Like that's damn good, right? Like I almost felt like I wanted to marry Chris right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm excited about, team. With all this on our socials, let us know your thoughts. What was the last good rom-com romance comedy that you watched, guys? Let us know. All right, brother. Let's talk about it, man. Our movie of the week here.
All right.
We got Sinners. Was released April 18th, 2025. Written and directed by my main man from Oakland, from the land, Ryan Coogler.
We have a $100 million budget. So far has grossed $63.5 million.
Let's go.
I'm gonna hit you with the top 4 here. Michael B. Jordan as Elijah Smokemore and Elias Stackmore, twin brothers. Haley Steinfeld as Mary. Miles Canton as Sammy Preacher Boy Moore. And Jack O'Connell as Remick.
Oh, yeah.
And a baller cast after that.
You're right, man. I agree. Go ahead and give us a quick synopsis of this film, man.
Twin brothers Smoke and Stack, they decide to open up a juke joint. They invite some friends, family, and they also meet some outsiders who turn their opening night into a horror show.
100% there, dude.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Smoke and Stack more.
Oh, yeah.
These twin brothers, both played by the great Michael B. Jordan. Like, I thought I was going to be out of the film when he was playing the dual roles. The dual roles were on film, film together.
Yeah.
But like, it worked.
Dude, that the scene where they're just standing there like sharing that cigarette.
Yeah.
Quotation marks, that cigarette was so well seamed together that I was like hypnotized by that scene watching it happen.
Yeah.
It was looks so good.
Like, I want to already own this on whatever the highest quality disc is, just so I can see the how this was made.
Yeah.
Because of that one scene. that you're talking about. That was just fun, man. You're just like, this is my head is going back and forth. Like, what the?
Yeah, that was very, very purposely done.
Yeah.
To show like that seamlessness between them two.
Because like, what was it? 15 years ago now, David Fincher did The Social Network with the Winklevi twins, and like, obviously there was a body double, and they put his head on top, Michael B. Jordan's head over on top of him, but like, the technology is just dope from 15 years ago, man. It's so much better, and seamless, because you can even tell like in Social Network, like, yeah, that's another guy, you know what I mean? So but like, I loved how they both had so much depth, and they both were two different characters. Michael B. Jordan played two different characters this entire film, and brought a flair. Like, I love. Let me ask you this: which twin did you maybe not relate to more, but who did you enjoy following more? Like, whose journey? But before the craziness started arising.
Honestly, I kind of lost track of who was who for a little while there.
Yeah.
And I'm still not 100% sure which one was which.
Gotcha.
But I think Smoke was more of the businessman, right?
Yep. More level-headed, more
and
business.
Stack was more of the promoter, I guess you would say.
Good times, yeah.
The good times, kind of the more relatable to the people that were there, right? I think at one point, Smoke says, I know I'm not, good with people or good with that part of it, but I know business.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think I was kind of more intrigued by Smoke than Stack.
He seemed like he was the older twin. He seemed like he was the more responsible one, right? He seemed like it was their plan, but he guided their plan is what it seemed like. That's the one I related to more. That's also that like leader quality in me who I see. So like, I always default to like the Ninja Turtles and taking Leo instead of Mikey. Even though Stack is more like Raphael in this opinion, my opinion there. So no, man, I definitely agree with you there. I really loved how Michael B. Jordan just spent time with each of these characters and fleshed them out, right? When they were together, that was super cool. But we got like 20 minutes of just like 10 and 10 minutes of just like screen time of them on their own adventures before they open up the juke joint. You know what I mean? And that was like, oh, we're getting real depth of character. That's like when you get your pages for the day, like, damn.
Yeah.
So that was just really, this was just a really cool role to see Michael B. Jordan in, man. He is definitely a actor that brings it every role.
Yeah, agree.
Haley Steinfeld as Mary. No, I've always loved Haley Steinfeld. You know, she was in excuse me. She was in Broken Arrow. She was in Green Arrow. She was in Hawkeye. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Not even arrows in the name, damn it.
And Bumblebee.
And Bumblebee
last weekend.
Yeah. So she's been in a lot of stuff. She was in Pitch Perfect 2 and 3. She's definitely made an amazing career as a child, a teen, a young adult.
Yeah.
But like, she plays a woman in this movie. Who's aware of herself, aware of her sexuality, aware of her body, knows exactly what she wants. That was just really dope to see, man. I've not seen her do that. She's always like, you know, she's gonna go back and do more Marvel stuff, and it's just like, oh yeah, kid stuff again. Not kid, but like, you know, young adult stuff. Woohoo!
Well, kind of more fun
Yeah.
role than like real serious. Knowing her, like this Mary, like you said, knew who she was
Yeah.
and like knew her, knew where she stood.
Yeah.
In society at that point, which made her very mature.
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
role.
that's what it is. She came off a lot more mature than her previous characters, and I love that. I love that for her, right?
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence went through the same exact thing,
Yeah.
where you see it now, and you're just like, oh yeah, wow, okay, deal. Let's talk about the man. Let's talk about like the main character in the movie and the one who kind of drives everything. Miles Caton as Sammy Preacher Moore.
Mm-hmm.
This guy voice is fantastic.
Yeah.
And there has to be a catalyst for when the bad shit happens. And it sucks that like the catalyst is something so beautiful.
Right.
like it's his amazing jazzy voice and the way that he plays is the catalyst for bad shit that's gonna go down, man.
Yeah. Well, it was a mix, right? It was like it was a beautiful moment in the movie, and brought a lot of great things to the movie at that particular point. But the bad also came with the good.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the whole. That was kind of like the whole synopsis of the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The opening monologue.
Yeah, just the opening few moments narrative about what the heck the movie is going to be about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of creating that lore of these beings and what music does to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about that, his voice was fantastic, man. His playing, but like he's not a well-known actor. He's not. He's 21, 22, and this is one of his only this is like one of his only credits is this.
Gotcha.
Let this kid cook.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's done more in the music world.
Yeah.
In his time so far than anything else.
Let this kid cook, man, because he can definitely not only obviously he's a musician, but he can act as well. So I really enjoyed that. We gotta have a bad guy. Gotta have a lead bad guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It is Jack O'Connell as Remick, and Remick is this. He's just this disgusting, cool vampire, man.
Yeah.
With him, it was. He wasn't even really trying to like hide it much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like put into it because like it was so nuanced because a lot of them are, hey, let me hide and be like a norm, try to look normal as long as possible.
Yeah.
But he was also dealing with black people when they were like, nah, nigga, you ain't coming in, right? He's just like, all right, bet. Like,
yeah.
He's like,
right.
Tried that tactic, it didn't work. I'm dealing with some brothers. Okay, we're gonna do this instead here.
I didn't have high hopes for that to work, but I needed to check off at least plan A. I had to start somewhere, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
he knew what he was getting himself into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, let me go post up on this log over here until one of these idiots roll out. But he was just great because he was also different than the other ones. He was a little bit more vampiric. You know, he had the
Yeah.
long claw nails type things happening as well. Yeah, he was menacing. Like he wasn't scary because
Right.
like Jack O'Connor was also like 5'4", but like
He was
he's not
more
a
on the
big guy. But
creepy side.
yeah, definitely more on the creepy side there. And played that very well.
And this was interesting. Like when his character came in, it was like the rest of the movie started almost.
Yeah.
Like we had this whole story up until that point, which is a fantastic story on its own. And then like this one scene where we see this guy is the turning point for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
And he made that shift very, very easy.
And that dichotomy between like Preacher Boy and Remick, right?
Yeah.
Preacher Boy does A, Remick is attracted to that, so he has to do what he has to do. And that's, where the story kicks off.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't have fun, man. That's the thing.
Nah, I
This
can't
damn
do that
movie's
no more.
about.
Every time we watch something, it's one more thing we can't do.
One more thing we cannot do, man.
Yeah.
Wunmi Musaku as Annie. She seems like she's in an estranged relationship with Elijah Smoke. She's this voodoo powers something afterlife or whatever, knows kind of what's going on. I loved very spiritual lady. Yeah, I loved her. She was like, these ain't these things, these are damn vampires.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Because like sometimes you get these vampire movies, and when you're creating your own lore, you try to call them something else.
Yeah.
And I love that. It was right on the nose. She's like, nah, these are damn vampires, dog.
Yeah.
Get this garlic in your mouth right now. Like,
yeah, there was no complications like with what we had to do in this. There was no like, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. It's like everything you ever heard is what we're going to throw at them.
Even in like 1932, you know what I mean? Like that's really cool. That was really cool. It's just like the majority of you guys don't know what's going on, but I do. Let me let y'all know what's going on.
Yeah. Yep.
Then we had some other awesome characters. Omar Benson Miller as Cornbread.
Yep.
Delroy Lindo as Delta Slim. A standout. Now, Delroy Lindo has been around forever, been doing the damn thing, and always kills it. Yep. But like this role, man, he was funny. He was funny.
A lot of soul from him.
Yeah.
In this one, emotional storyline. He got to tell some cool stories, man. It was fun to hear him just talk and deliver his part of the story.
That like black Southern Mississippi accent. Yeah, that was really fun, man. And then when he played, I really enjoyed that. And just even like how he took on the world that they were in when there was vampires everywhere, and he was hungover as hell. You know what I mean? Like just dealing with that.
Yeah.
Like Delroy Lindo's always been like, he's always like this father figure or something along those lines. But to be this like drunkard, but to like have to sober up real quick and deal with this, that was a great addition, man.
Yeah.
Dude, let's talk about this being a period piece for a second. The world that they brought us in is like this Mississippi Delta line, Prohibition, like right there past Prohibition era. Really don't get stories like that in the South.
World War One, right? Because they were World War One vets.
Yep. That's why they were good with the steel, man. Like I love the world they brought us in because there was everything that was going on, right? There was they were in a black, basically like a black area of Mississippi. There was the blacks, and then they had the Asians, the one Asian family. That was a cool addition, right? They had the chain gang out there because they were probably illegally arrested or something like that. Who knows, right? But they were like
making them work,
picking cottons as a job, not as slaves, but as a job, right? So there was so much nuance to that era that that black people were doing in that Mississippi time frame back in 1932. And all they wanted to do at the end of the day is what we wanted to do, man, right?
Yeah.
Is we bust our ass at work, and then we just want to go let off some steam, man. So give me some fried fish, give me some whiskey, give me some good music, and I'm there.
Yeah.
I am there all day, man. And that was the whole purpose of the juke joint. Now, I also love the nuances of, like, not the way that it looked beautiful. Where they were at, it was dirty, it was Southern, it was 1932. The vehicles, the clothing, everything was spot on. But even like them setting up the time frame, right? They're World War I vets. They were working for Capone, right? That puts you into the space of, okay, where these guys really were, and now they're back down here in the South trying to do their thing. Really appreciated all that those story elements of Smoke and Stack there. Now, what this movie does very well, JV, the music. Not only the score, but like the music that's in this film. Ludwig, how do you say this dude's name? Ludwig Göransson is who's the music by.
Sounds good.
He's always worked with Ryan Coogler, but he also now works with Christopher Nolan.
Gotcha.
And there's really nobody doing it like this guy. He's different than Hans Zimmer and the rest of these guys. He's doing his own thing, man. He brings a depth to, even though he's like this, what is he? The Swedish musician, composer, only 40. Wow. He brings a depth to different forms. He did Oppenheimer, right? He did Black Panther. He did this.
Well, that's what's amazing about music, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter where you're from. You can get it, right?
Yeah.
You get the music.
And like,
pretty awesome.
All the jazz elements throughout this entire film, like the score in the background, and even what's right in front of our face, right? I think Sammy does the one big number that kind of has the camera on one track, and we keep getting different eras and everything and bringing everybody together. That was the most beautiful scene in the entire film. Like, I love that you pointed out just Smoke and Stack, just sit there smoking. Like, that was an amazing scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, shit, if that's the best scene in the movie, I'm good, because that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But then we got this scene. I'm just like, God dang.
Well, just that, that mashup, man.
Yeah.
Going around was something. It was really something to hear all those.
It was on beat, yeah.
All those different cultures come together in one track. Crazy.
Precisely. But then, like, with Remick, you got some river dance, dog.
My man was going hard out in the parking lot. In his,
the parking lot was
circle.
The parking lot was bumping, dog. That was where the after party was. I was trying to be. If they weren't vampires, I'd be in the parking lot, dog. Okay,
yeah,
they were getting it. That was fun, man. But just Ludwig Göransson kind of bringing all that together. I love how music played such a big role in this vampire film, man. That was a fun element.
What was really cool, like with that parking lot scene, was like Jack O'Connell was number one in that scene.
Oh yeah.
And you had And you still had your cast of all these great actors, but they were there, but they were not, in charge at that moment.
Yep.
Which I thought was really cool to see, like Haley Steinfeld, Michael B. Jordan kind of actually like blurred into the background a little
That's
bit.
exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You beat me to it. Yeah, exactly. They were blurred. And it's just
Pretty
like, that makes sense. Because it's not their moment to shine. It is Remick's moment right here.
Yeah.
And how music moves this vampire.
Mm-hmm. And, he's in charge. They're not, at that point, he is over them in that time.
High command.
So, yep.
Yes, sir. Before we wrap up here with our thoughts and ratings, I do have a quick theme here.
Okay.
Ryan Coogler is a director, is a writer, is a filmmaker who is nuanced, and he wants to bring so much to the attention of, the Black life, and that's why I appreciate him so much. For this one, the horrors that Black men and women face being in the Deep South, but also like along with trust, family, and just that pursuit of happiness, right? The whole point of them putting the juke joint is, one, to have their own thing, do their own thing, and to make their people happy, if only for one night a week,
Yeah.
That was their entire goal. And the fact that even that is difficult for them in 1932, right? Out in the middle of the woods, away from everybody else, is playing music and eating and having a good time. Even that is difficult for my ancestors, right? From Mississippi. Like that is exactly what the theme of this is, man. All right, team. That is our conversation about 2025's Sinners. JV, give me your thoughts and your ratings on this film, sir.
Yeah, man. When we saw the trailer, or like the kind of teaser thing, very back when, we didn't really know kind of what this movie was going to be about. And then we saw another trailer later on where we kind of saw, hey, we're going into vampire territory. So I was super excited then. So really this thing had a lot of elements that I love. Right? Amazing music. We got Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, cast of awesome people that we love seeing that delivered an awesome performance. And we had vampires. I mean, and an amazing and really an awesome story. Like, even without the vampires, leading up to that part was a great movie. So I'm gonna give this one 5 buckets of popcorn this week. This will definitely be on the rewatch radar because it was a great time.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. What about you?
This film is a period piece, a vampire film, a labor of love for jazz music, a movie about finding your happy place, but also the forces that try to stop that from happening. This for me, man, it's April 21st, 2025, the date of this recording. This is the best film of 2025, man.
Let's go.
Sinners gets a perfect 5 buckets of popcorn from me.
Yeah,
I do want to watch this again. I love that depth, that feel of everything that's going inside the juke joint during the party, like during there, and everybody's having a good time, man. There was so much nuance that was happening. I want to watch that again, right? Like this is a film like I do and I will go see in theaters again. I saw it in RPX. I might go see it in IMAX. Just for some deeper feel, man. This was fun. 5 buckets of popcorn from me, Ryan Coogler. The guy just doesn't miss. He doesn't. Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, Talking Through Sinners. Next week, we'll be discussing the adaptation of the popular video game, Until Dawn.
You can head to your local theater to check that one out.
Like always, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.